So before I get started today, let's go for a little road trip. Come on. Welcome to my house. This here is the status of my house. Mind you, 2 years ago, it looked like this. This photo was taken about a week before our contractor who was building our house was killed in a motorcycle accident. And the story goes off the rails at that point. It does that because the contractor who died unfortunately misappropriated our funds moments before he died. When I say moments, I mean, you know, a week, a month, we have no idea. So what has ensued is a couple years of a very expensive lawsuit attempting to recover the funds that are trapped in a corporation that we can't get access to. It's been a nightmare. My girlfriend and I, we decided to finish the house on our own. We had to kind of self-finance it, rearrange our life to accommodate the missing funds. We still don't have closure on that, and it's been 2 years. The contractor that we hired, unfortunately, prices change, everything's changed, and the landscaping and everything that we were doing, we had to take that out of the contract to bring the price down. So guess what? I'm doing it. So the reason why you're not seeing much Project 308 is because it's summer and I need to be here and outside. Now normally when I'm doing Project 308 videos, I do a certain amount during business hours, but I also come in on the weekends and do a lot because it's kind of my peaceful, you know, no phone ringing, nobody asking me questions. That being said, I don't feel right being at the shop when the yard is a disaster. I've been putting the pool in myself. I've certainly got help doing it. My friends are all helping me. The original pool guy who was gonna do it, well, he's helping, but for the most part, the bulk of the work is being done by me. And it hasn't been too bad. It's kind of been a bit of pain, but I haven't been documenting it simply because I'm time conscious, and filming these videos and editing takes a lot of time, which I don't have. But that is a storage container right there, as I'm sure you've already noticed, and it is going right here. It's going to be a storage container, which I may eventually, if I get the correct permit, turn it into a pool gazebo, but right now it's going to be used for storage. Maybe I'll throw a quick video of us moving it, because I've got to get it from here over to there, which I'm sure will be an absolute challenge, but I'll figure it out one way or another. Anyways, enough about my personal life. Well, I guess it's all about my personal life, isn't it? Let's get into Project 308 right now. Well, hello there and welcome to Project 308. For those of you who are new, my name is Trottier and this is my 1978 Ferrari 308 GTS. Well, actually what you're looking at right now is the clock out of a 1978 Ferrari. And I'm trying to take it apart right now so I can clean the glass. Oh no. That was not supposed to happen, and yes, that is a piece of the plastic that I did not realize was broken. Well, that's not glass, that's plastic. What am I supposed to do with that? I can't fix that. I think I know where I can get a new piece of glass, though. It's right around here that I recognize that something's not right. Well, you know, time has stood still on this clock for the last 15 years. It can afford to wait a bit longer. I'm just going to put it aside right now and move on to something else. Figure it out later. So these devices here are the slides, the levers that control the choke for the carburetors, and the temperature controls for the water valves. They have all fallen apart. I had to replace them. I had to go shopping for these levers, and they can be quite expensive. Look at that. I was expecting something to go easy for once. Yeah, it's never going to happen. It goes like that, like that. And if you notice, that's kind of a square hole, and that's kind of a rectangular hole. So there is an early versus late model slide. That's the difference with that square hole on these little ridges there. The ones that were proper for my car were 3 times the price as these, so I thought I would give these a shot. It's going to fit that way, but it's not going to fit that way. Alright, I'm going to have to figure this out. Google Images or eBay for parts for sale. I'm going to do one at a time, figure them out one at a time. If I look at that one there, that's clearly that gauge there, or that control lever there. And that looks like that there, so that one's going to go together. So let's do that one first. Oh, the smokers. Oh damn, I put the wrong one on too. I suck. So that sits in there like that. That pulls like that. Okay. This is going to go to the water, the heater control valve, the water control valve. Alright, so let's take that one out, throw that in the box over there. I have to figure out which one that obviously goes there, but I need to know which one's the choke. Well, that's okay, these two are the same. That one's the choke. So, okay, got this figured out. I've finished rebuilding all these slides right now, but you know what? I'm fairly certain that I'm going to have to take them all back apart to get this actually into the car. Which I knew they weren't quite the right ones, but it didn't take a lot of modification to make them work. And each one's about 30 bucks. The correct ones are about $100 each, so it was 30 versus 100. I decided to give it a try and it worked. Moving on though, I've got to switch gears a bit. The guy who took the glass out of the car 3 years ago has retired. He's moved up north and I can't seem to convince him to come down to put the glass back in. So I have been diligently searching for somebody else to put it back in. And while there's a fair amount of auto glass shops in the area, none of them seem to have any experience with doing an old car like this. But I have found somebody. He came by yesterday and looked at the car. Made a couple pointers to me. He's going to do the glass in the next week or two. He's going to do one glass at a time when he has a spare moment or two. First up though, I've got to start cleaning all the rear glass and the front glass. Didn't realize it before, but the rear glass actually has a tint on it that I'm going to have to somehow get off. It's a mess. I'll show you that right now. The rear glass had urethane in it. It looks like it's been out at some point before. It's not supposed to have urethane. It's just supposed to be held in by the seal. And we're discussing the front glass going back in with the butyl tape for accuracy, the urethane will look all squishy if we look through the glass, unless he paints a border on the glass. If I paint a border on the glass, then it doesn't look right. So probably gonna heed his advice and put it back in with the original kind of butyl tape. We'll see how that goes. What's going on here? I'm trying to be so careful against that line, the heating element lines. So far, okay. So I need to get my windshield down, which is right up there. This is the outside. So I guess this is the urethane that they put on to hold the moldings down because all the clips were broken. Wow, that turned out well. All right, next one. Well, it's been a couple months since that moment a few minutes ago where I said I have somebody coming to do the glass. Well, they flaked out. It's a story of my life. Well, I'm not upset about this because obviously my timing is shot. But the person who said they were coming to put the glass in hasn't shown, and I've just given up. So I'm gonna keep looking for somebody else. Two fuse panels. This is out of the 1981 that's in for service. This is mine. It was in the car. I haven't been able to figure out how it attaches to my dashboard, and I can see they're different. This one's got a Velcro strip here with a little bracket on it. This one does not. Anybody who can comment on that, I'd certainly appreciate your input. Alright, so it feels like I'm struggling to make any progress, but I keep trying. Next up, I'm going to deal with these seal right here. As you can see, it is exceptionally tired. Original seal. I've got the new seals over there, and while I'm at it, I decided to do this service bulletin from 1980, which is to stop the roof from leaking. Apparently it says it's only 8 hours. Only 8 hours. Time allowed 8 hours. For the sake of video continuity, I'm going to take all that footage that I've been storing for that update kit installation, and I'm not going to put half of it in this video and half in the next one. I'm going to hold it all and put it in the next video so that it's more streamlined there, so you don't have to go through multiple videos to watch one piece of information. Anyways, thank you for watching as always. I believe I've come to the end of this video. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully soon. Bye, and thank you.